Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Joffrey Noodle Legs here today. Just a short video today. This I got from Jeremies Wild World. These are my Panda King isopods. Now, I didn't do a sort of rehousing video for them because I had done 2 or 3 rehousing videos on one day, and I was feeling it, to be honest. I just thought, well, I'll do it now, and I'll just when my camera's cooled down a bit and I'll get a bit of chance, I will show them on my channel. So fantastic! He sent me like a little tub of moss with panda kings in them. Now there's probably about half a dozen in there, I think. But I've kept the moss because what I'll do tomorrow, I'll go through the moss again just to make sure there's none little straddlers in there or anything. But I've put them all in here for now. Just a little sort of tub here. It's not big, but as there's only like 5 or 6, I thought, well, this is big enough. And if they start multiplying, then I'll move them over to a larger container. This will be easier for me to sort of manage at this moment. So I'll take the lid off, and we can have a little look around to see if we can see any of them having a little go around. So what I've put in here, I've got some sort of spider life substrate at the bottom, and I've put in here some do you remember I did my when I went to Stevenage, I bought some, but I got some bark and leaves, and I've put a lot in here, and it's got like lots of rotten bark and stuff like that in there, and I've just pretty much just done that. And there's some moss, so I'll put moss in there. It's quite damp in there because I've left it quite moist because I like them to sort of like enjoy the environment. So let me have a little look. I think I just saw one there. There we go. There they are, you see? They're already making home underneath that bit of bark. So let's try and zoom in for you. So there they go. Yeah, so these are little little panda kings. So they're doing quite well. So I'm not gonna disturb them too much, guys. I'm gonna put that back there because they're obviously like that, because this is again this was a piece of the wood that I picked up on the outside. So it's like an old piece of tree bark. We found a sort of log on the ground, been there for ages, and I managed to peel off a big chunk of the bark, and it came off really nice. And I just think it's very quite damp and wet. It's rotten, but I thought that's perfect. They will use this for food. They will eat the leaf litter. They will eat some of the bark, and they will do that kind of thing. That's what they like to eat. And also, I will put in some fish food for them. I don't know if Phil's going to watch this, Phil from Incredible Inverts and Other Animals, but I want to ask you, Phil, if you know, because I've got a packet of dried out crickets. Obviously, because I bought them for my blue feigning death beetles. Can they eat them, Phil? Would they like those as well? Like if I break it up into little bits. I was thinking maybe they might like that as well. But yeah, they are doing quite well, as you saw. Lively little things. They're very cute. Let's have a look at the side. See if we can see anything from the side view. Because I don't like disturbing the animal. And I'm daft. Even little isopods, I don't want to disturb them, I'm thinking, well, they're doing what they want to do. So that's cool. What I might do is sprinkle a few little, not many, but a little bit of fish flakes in there and leave them to that. And I might give them a bit of sort of like carrot or cucumber, things like that in there, because they will eat that. So, and it's nice and sort of damp in there. So that's what you kind of do, guys. You got your water, and you can just sort of like just pop some water on your like on your moss. There we go. Keeps that little bit of dampness in there. And they will love that. It gives them something to drink. Keeps that little bit of moss alive, doesn't it? So it's all good. That's what I will tend to do. I won't be putting a water bowl in there. I'll be giving every couple of days some sort of like just a squirt through there around this moss area, and they will catch up any fluids on there. So that way it will help to keep some of the substrate dry, and it will also help to keep that moss alive. So they're doing really, really well. So thank you so much, Jeremy, for those. And I think this is a nice little environment. If they do multiply, which fingers crossed they will, I'll move them over to another tub, because it's to give them, like, I've got some of these sort of like 3-litre bra pack tubs, or I've also got rub tubs I can sort of like make up for them and put more sort of substrate. I've got all that stuff that I've got in the woods, so I've got lots of bark. So if they do decide to multiply, well, we can do that. Look at that little baby coming up there, look. Aren't they cute? They're so sweet. They're little busy little bees, aren't they? So that's really cool. So I'm going to leave them to it. I just want to give you a little show of them. These I got from Jeremies Wild Worlds. Please go and check his channel out, guys. Really cool channel. He does a lot of inverts, very much like sort of Phil's Incredible Inverts and Other Animals. He does a lot of inverts, not just tarantulas. He would do things like isopods and true spiders and scorpions and all sorts of things like that. He would do all that. So that's cool. So there we go. That's my little isopods. I think they'll be alright in there for a while, to be honest. Like I said, this is just their transition home, not their forever home. This is their transition, letting them get used to in there, find each other, hopefully multiply. Hopefully we'll have a few young ones in there. Easy for me to contain, easy for me to manage, and I can sort of like I said, I will put a few little bits of fish flakes in there. If I pop this, actually if I do that now, while I think about it, I'm just going to pop that there, guys, while I go and get me fish flakes. Just give me a minute. Oh, you know what I'm like, guys. Let me just put my camera down for a second, guys, because my fish flakes are just over here on the other little table. Hope you're getting a nice close up of me nice blanket. Here we go. Here we are. Sorry about that, guys. So I've got my little fish flakes here. These are just like little fish flakes. So I'm just going to get some, not many. I'm going to break them up into tiny little bits. I'm just going to sprinkle some onto the into the enclosure. There we go. They'll find them. I don't need them much more than that because there's not that many in there. So there we go. We've got a few little fish flakes, which is obviously made up of fish, aren't they? You know what I mean? That's what fish flakes are made of. It's probably fish scales and things like that that have been dried up and everything. So they've got those in there, so they can have a little fish supper, so to say. But yeah, I'm sure they like. If I remember right, they do like some vegetable, like carrot and sweet potato, maybe even a little bit of mushroom now and again. And like I said, if I'm okay to put sort of dried out dead crickets in there, I will. Also, I could put in there. I've got some. Oh, I've got some other food, and I think there for like by Arcadia, which I bought for sort of like isopods. It's like a vitamin thing. I can put some of that in there, and maybe the odd fruit jelly. Once we get they're in a bigger tub, I can maybe put like a little fruit jelly in there for them as well, because they probably hopefully might munch down on that. But there we go. That is in there somewhere is your Panda Kings. So I'd like to shout out a few channels. Obviously, Jeremies Wild Worlds, of course, for sending these to me. They're fantastic. Like to also give it to Mark the Spider Guy. RS Designs, Spider Mum 1978. Tea in the Deep Blue Sea, Unusual Pets, Unseen Universe, Dave's Little Beasties, Tom's Big Spiders, Moon over Miami, Scott's Inverts. All really good channels, so check them all out, guys. Until next time, look after yourselves, look after one another, and I really hope I'll see you all soon.